On to part 2 of the GameCube and part 10 overall for this look at my own video games. We gotta get to some of the games that I think deserve a lot more of your attention and love. Starting with Pokemon Colosseum. Despite my serious lack of interest in doing this game, let's playing this game again, thanks to my external hard drive blowing up on me, this is a game worth playing. A sinister organization is capturing Pokemon and misusing them. It's up to you to restore the balance. Seek out the shadow Pokemon, snag them, and restore their spirit. Unlike a lot of other Pokemon Stadium-esque games, like Battle Revolution and the first 2 Stadium games, Colosseum is its own game. It's got content, it's got your own Pokemon that you can use and change up and switch around and use. You can boot up, you can send Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire into this thing. And on top of that, if you have the bonus disc, which I don't, but I'm going to be looking for as my next major video game purchase of things, because I don't want to do a Let's Play of this without that again. If you have the bonus disc of this, you can get yourself a free Jirachi per game file. So it's not you're not just limited to one Jirachi. You can get as many Jirachis as you want, depending on the amount of game files you want. Personally, I don't know why you'd want more than one Jirachi, but to each your own, I suppose. A masterpiece of a game. Not as good as its sequel, but it's definitely up there. There's a huge spike in difficulty for this one, though, so if you're not used to Pokemon being relatively easy, I don't recommend this one for you. On to another game that I think deserves more love, Mario Party 5. Now, this isn't a PS2 box, because this is also a used copy. A lot of people don't like Mario Party 5, and I don't know why. You get to decide and determine what the board is at all times. And it's weird to see the PS2 thing for this, but hey, what you gonna do? I don't know why people don't love Mario Party 5 as much as some of the others. I mean, the A-mashing is really annoying. I won't deny that. It is a monumentally annoying part of this. Like, all the A-mashing minigames in this, but all the rest of the stuff about this game is so good. You get to build the boards yourself. You have all these other extra minigame modes that are so much fun. You have to build your own robots and fight them. It's just a shame that Mario Party 5 got sort of sandwiched between the best and another one that people really like in Mario Party 6, but we'll get to that one in a bit. It's just a shame. I enjoy this game so much, and I wish it got more love, but alas, that does not appear to be the case, at least when compared to Mario Kart Double Dash. This, I think, is the game in my lifetime I've logged, with the exception of maybe the Kingdom Hearts games, is probably the game I've logged the most hours into. I would play this all the time. I would bring my GameCube everywhere I went, if I was going to like a family function or something, so specifically so I could play it with people. I have all the characters, all the stages, everything unlocked in this game that you can, yet I still keep playing it. Because it is so much fun to play. Basically, as you can see, the gimmick of Mario Kart Double Dash is the fact that you get 2 racers instead of 1, and that each racer has their own power-up. So, Mario and Luigi each have fireballs, Princess Peach and Princess Daisy all have the hearts that they can use to shield them from an attack, or an obstacle that's in the air in their way. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong throw huge bananas, Yoshi and Birdo throw eggs, yada yada yada. One of the best Mario Kart games in my opinion, and it's another one sort of like Melee that you have to really master before you can really jump in and say, oh, well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but honestly, I would toot my own horn and say I am one of the best Mario Kart Double Dash drivers out there. And this is probably one of the only games where I use high weight class drivers most of the time, because my winning combination for this game is Bowser and Baby Mario, because Bowser has one of the best specials in terms of attacking, and one of the best recovery specials in the game belongs to Baby Mario, as he has the Chain Chomp. I think it shows it there. Yes, there you go. They have the Chain Chomp. And Bowser has his huge-ass shell that basically, if it stops moving, it's a huge obstacle that almost nobody can get past. Not for nothing, this is just one of the best racing games out there. But like I said, it's just one of the best racing games out there. One of the best all-time games out there, however, is this treasure. Tales of Symphonia. Now, back a few years ago, I sort of let loose a 50 game, like my first 50 Let's Plays. And Xenoblade Chronicles was supposed to be number 50 on that list. That is until I played this. This game, as much as I like Xenoblade, I think this game is better. I love the story behind it. It's dark, it's moody, but it's also action-packed and fun. You can play as multiple different characters. I just love this freaking game. It's sort of like Namco's answer to Final Fantasy, if you know what I mean. And it's so big that it actually has 2 discs. Disc 1 for part 1 of the playthrough, disc 2 for part 2. It is such a huge game that it needs to be played on both discs. I don't know if the definitive HD edition does that too, but honestly, I think it's worth it. This is one of the greatest games I've ever played, and for my 50th Let's Play, we're going to play it. I don't know if we're going to play this one in particular, or if we're going to play the Wii U version. Probably this one because of the GameCube controls being so tight, but we'll see. On to another one that has 2 discs in it. Mario Superstar Baseball. The reason it has 2 discs in it is because there's another disc in here of a game that I really liked, yet I don't ever play for obvious reasons. You'll find out soon enough. But this is basically like Mario Strikers except baseball. And there's also mini games thrown in. If you ever wanted to play Mario or baseball with a bunch of Mario characters, now's your chance. Best captain is Yoshi. Always use Yoshi. Just saying. But the other game in there is not just Mario Superstar Baseball, but it is also Backyard Baseball 2007, which is basically when the Backyard Baseball series ended, in my opinion. It should not have gone to the Wii. This was basically when they lost their way. It lost all of the charm that the series had, and it just became like a kid's version of a baseball game. Instead of it just being like a fun game that everybody could play, now it's just a kid's version of a baseball game. In fact, I don't like this game to such an extent that the camera does not follow you when you hit a line drive into the outfield. So as far as you know, your outfielder, could be underneath the ball, or it could just go right over his head. You have no idea about the positioning for this. And the game doesn't either, for that matter. But Mario Superstar Baseball is good. Very good, in fact. I dare say it's one of the best baseball games out there. Not as good as the sequel Super Sluggers, but that's for a different video. That's for this monstrosity video. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pull that off. But we worry about that in a few minutes, because we're on to Mario Party 6. The next, chronologically, for us to Let's Play in the Mario Partydom. I cannot tell you when we're going to get to this, because as of this moment, I don't plan on doing it for a while. As you guys know, we're still working on Birth by Sleep. We're still working on... we're working on the Mystery Box project, and then we got to go back and do some of the projects that we'd already done, including Ripto's Rage, Yoshi's Island, The Stick of Truth, and Pokemon Shield. So, yeah, it's gonna take us a while. But basically, Mario Party 6 is... I don't want to say it's a bad game, because it's really not. There are just some boards in this game that do not interest me. Like, the first board of this game is, like, just a generic Mario Party board. But I'm, like, not interested in playing it, oddly enough. The second board, Egad's Garage, is actually not that bad. My favorite boards in the game are Snowflake Lake and Fair Square, which are the third and fourth boards, fourth and third boards, respectively. And then the other two boards are just okay. It's just, like, I don't know why, but this is when it started to feel like a gimmicky series instead of just being, like, a fun minigame series. It does have the fun minigames about it. It's just not as good as compared to, like, the first few. This is sort of when Mario Party was, like, maybe it was starting to sputter out of control for people. I like it, though. It's not, like, the worst thing I've ever played. Mario Party 9 is that. I don't even own a copy of that. On to bigger and better things. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I'm just going to go out and say it. This is the best Pokemon game ever. Period. End of discussion. It has the best starter. End of discussion. There's never been a Pokemon game that has a better starting option than this one. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but what Pokemon it is, but you don't have a better option. You've never had a better option than this, and you haven't had one since. It boosts past the story of Pokemon Colosseum very well. You also have access now to not only Ruby and Sapphire, but also Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green Pokemon. And basically, for Pokemon that you were afraid you'd never be able to catch because they were basically like event Pokemon, they're very easy to get now. So now you can get Lugia and the legendary birds and a lot of them very easily. In fact, the only Pokemon that you can't really get in any way, shape, or form in Gen 3 without event cartridges nowadays, the only few Pokemon that you can only get that way are like, I don't know, Deoxys, Mew, and Celebi. But every other Pokemon, thanks to these games, is attainable. Lugia is attainable, Ho-Oh is attainable, Jirachi is attainable. It's just, like I said, this is one of the best this is the best Pokemon game in my opinion. Hands down. Most charm, best starter, best ideas for it, and you get all the best items you could possibly ever need for a competitive Pokemon game. You get all the power boosting items, you get items like leftovers and white herbs and everything you'd need for competitive Pokemon you can get in this game. Hands down, my opinion, the best Pokemon game ever. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Game Freak. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Apparently it was the hot item of the month, but since that's a removable sticker, I think that's a lie. Made by the same people that made Mario Power Tennis, I think is its name, that made the Mario Tennis for the GameCube. It's a golf game. If you like golf, you like Mario, I'm sure you'll like this. I played it for a couple hours. I enjoyed it. I don't have no intention of giving it away. I don't really like golf, though. I'm more of a mini golf person myself, but hey, if I had to play golf, I'd rather play this than dress like a dork and go to frickin' an actual golf course, especially now when the world is on fire. Last and not least is Mario Party 7. This is where Mario Party got its most gimmicky, but because it had not done it before, I give it a pass. All of the boards have different gimmicks about them. And not just in happening spaces being different and the way it's shaped. Every board in this game has its own unique way in which you get stars. Some are just normal, some you have to go all the way to the end of the map to get one, some you have to gamble on and hope you can get them, some are star stealing. Gotta be honest, this is, like I said, a very good Mario Party game. I think it's a bit better than Mario Party 6, now that I think about it. Not the best Mario Party game out there, again, but it's definitely good. It's better than the two games that sandwiched it, and the last of my GameCube games. So, that was all my GameCube games, and We gotta do the Wii next. That tower of Wii games is just mocking me. Stay classy, YouTube.